The biggest regret that people tell me in real estate is that they didn't take action when market conditions were right. I wish I'd bought in 2008 after the crash. If only I'd bought in 2014. I should have bought in 2020 before the run-up. Often, people didn't know that the conditions were prime, or they thought that they would get better and waited, but the opportunity passed them by. I'm here to tell you that right now is that next best opportunity, and I believe that people will look back at this time the same way that we do at those other rare occasions, and here's why. Right now, the greater Phoenix Scottsdale market, we have the most available homes since 2015. You have to go back an entire decade to have this many options in home buying, and that does not even include all the new construction, and there's quite a bit of that too. Now, why is that? The interest rate increases that began in 2022 have been pushing down the number of sales that we've had. The past few years have had about 25% fewer sales than we'd typically expect, but those buyers didn't go away. They just didn't buy yet. They've been waiting, and I estimate that we have between 40,000 and 50,000 just in our market here in Maricopa County. It was also predicted that homeowners with super low rates from 2020 and 2021 would not sell and buy at the current higher rates. And yet, life goes on, and some people have still needed to make moves. So available inventory has grown. Right now, we're at about 20,000 homes for sale in Maricopa and Pinal counties. The biggest complaint from the craziness of 2020 and 2021 was that there was not enough homes. That problem is gone. The new complaint is that the sales price of the home and the monthly payment based on the interest rate. But what has the market done in order to still move forward is for sellers to take some of their equity, and with higher values, they have more to work with, and to buy down the interest rate for buyers of their homes. Nearly 2 out of every 3 home purchases here with a mortgage have some form of this. We call it seller concessions. Concessions have been around for a long time, but they typically were used in only 1 out of 4 or 7 financed purchases, which is way fewer than right now. This is how new construction has survived, by buying down the interest rates on their homes in order to keep people buying them. So we have more buyers than ever waiting to buy, more homes available to buy, and more sellers helping to buy down interest rates, all because of higher interest rates. So what happens when the interest rates come down? And I'm not even talking about a lot, okay? What about only a little? Most buyers waiting will be able to re-enter the market at a 6% rate and will feel comfortable doing so at 5%. Every half-point rate reduction allows a buyer to get 5% more house for their money. So if it comes down 2%, that's 20% more purchasing power for buyers. But what about home prices? The all-time high prices were in May and June 2022, just before the interest rate increases. The shock of the higher rates caused prices to fall some, but we hit the bottom in December of 2022, and since then, prices have been rising. The prices have been rising while we've had fewer transactions than normal. Now, price is only a matter of supply and demand, so if 40,000 or more buyers come to buy the 20,000 or so homes we have, prices can only go up. Yes, some buyers will have homes to sell too, but not all. There's only one thing holding this potential frenzy at bay, and again, that's interest rates. The consensus is that they will be falling over the next few months. This coincides with the busiest time of year here for real estate, so it may start slow, but it is sure to pick up momentum and gain to a frenetic pace. No one has a crystal ball, but the pieces are on the board, waiting for the game to be played. Now, given all that, why is now the best time to buy? Those who do buy now before others who are still waiting, the most choice of homes with the best possible conditions from sellers and with the least competition. They can negotiate concessions and make monthly payments more affordable and get the home for a lower price than when there's more demand. The interest rate can always be refinanced if rates are lower, but a home cannot be bought once someone else got it. Once the party starts, prices go up, and sellers can get more restrictive on what they'll do to make a deal happen. Waiting is not winning in this case. Now, all of this is for the greater Phoenix Scottsdale market, but we tend to be a bellwether for other markets in the country. So I wouldn't be surprised if all other growing areas also experience something similar soon. If you have questions, please comment or DM. If you need help for your own real estate strategy, let me know. I'm happy to discuss, and there's never an obligation to make a move.